Welcome back to the 81st, 82nd episode of the Nobody Asked for This podcast. My name is, what's my name? My name doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. And it happened, everybody. Since we've talked last, we have had Christmas, which means Christmas is done. Dead, gone. Well, at least Christmas 2023 is dead, gone, and done, it's quite upsetting. It's something that I have looked forward to all year, and then it happens, and then it's gone away. So I'm sort of kind of mourning that loss. Although I have to say, okay. P.S. I hope everyone's had a great week. I'm just going to get this right out at the top of the episode. I know that no one listens to this. If you are someone who is listening, maybe you stumbled upon this probably on YouTube, which is kind of the only place that I get maybe like a view or two. I don't know that anyone's been listening to the Spotify or the Apple Podcasts or anything like that in months. Basically since my family kind of forgot that I did this, which I'm actually okay with, but not the point. If you're stumbling upon this on YouTube and you think, oh my God, this loser thinks he has viewers, I know that I don't. I got it. You don't have to remind me. You don't have to leave a comment saying like, do we need to do a wellness check? I'm fine. I'm totally fine. I'm just sitting here on my beanbag chair, sipping a Diet Pepsi. It's quite late at night. I'm sipping a Diet Pepsi that I have infused with not only pumpkin spice, but coconut syrup. I saw a recipe a while ago for a Diet Coke. I don't know that I talked about this before, but it was a Diet Coke, and you're supposed to put coconut syrup, lime juice, and something else, and cream, heavy cream, or half and half or something. And I was like, that seems really weird. I have to try it. So I ordered all of the ingredients immediately. And by all of the ingredients, I mean I ordered a coconut syrup off of Amazon for next day shipping. So it was quick. It got here in a jiffy. Because the problem is anytime I get these like ideas, I have to do it fast. And if I can't get to a store, I have to do it on Amazon. And if the Amazon is more than, 2-day delivery, which most things are under 2 days, then I can do it. If not, I'll be over it by the time the thing arrives. I bought such a sidetrack, but I bought during the pandemic, I wanted to try, was it Vegemite? Marmite? I don't know, one of the mites. Because I heard really terrible things. So obviously I was like, got to get involved. I have to involve myself in as many things as possible, really. So I bought it. And then by the time it came, I didn't really care anymore. And I have yet to try it. And I think it might have gotten thrown out. One sec, I'm having a throat issue. Testing. I'm not sick that I know of, but I'm not really doing anything this week, so I guess I could be sick if I wanted to be. If I was going to be sick, this is the week to do it. But regardless, I ordered the coconut syrup, and I actually did try a couple weeks ago. It was Diet Coke with some lime juice, half and half, and coconut syrup. And I have to tell you, it was not bad. It was not bad at all. And I've had it once or twice since, and then I just opened up a Diet Pepsi. See, if you thought, oh my gosh, he's obviously sponsored by Diet Coke, clearly he's talking about Diet Coke. I like both. I do like one more than the other. And I'm going to say it because the possibility of me getting a sponsorship is very low. So I don't have to worry about offending the other brand that I didn't choose. But I prefer Diet Pepsi. But I can actually remain neutral on the subject because I prefer Coke, regular Coke, but Diet Pepsi. Not to get too far, but regular Pepsi tastes like expired Coke, but Diet Pepsi, for some reason, the expired taste works a lot better than Diet Coke. So, and also Coke just redid their logo, which is kind of confusing to me because why did you have to do that? It's the same ball situation, red, white, and blue. Is that like that on purpose? Is it trying to be American? Well, I guess it doesn't have to try. I guess it is American. But it's red, white, and blue. but the font is different, and it tastes the same. So, I don't know. But basically, all that to say, I'm drinking a Diet Pepsi. If you want to know the graphic details, it is caffeine-free. I did put the coconut syrup. I did not have a lime. I really wasn't interested in putting heavy cream. And I did put a couple, like, not a pump, but like a couple dribbles of, that's a disgusting word, a couple dashes of pumpkin spice syrup. And it's not bad. Now, it is lukewarm. It never made it to the fridge. And if we're being extremely honest, I've talked about this before. I haven't been able to taste really since April of last year. So if I ever recommend something, like, don't take my word for it. It might just be sort of a coincidence. I had popcorn the other day, and I was putting as much seasoning as I can find in the seasoning cabinet, and it just kept tasting like air. So, again, like, not sure what I do about that, but I hope everyone had a great Christmas, a great holiday, a great regular old Monday, if that's what your week meant. But yeah, Christmas was good, and now we only have 63 days till the next Christmas. It might be a leap year, so 364 days. And it is what it is. I have to say, there's nothing sadder than, like, Christmas night. When it's like, okay, how many days till Christmas? 0. But, like, how many days till Christmas? 365. And I guess, again, in this case, 366. Like, that should be legal. Illegal. It sounded like I said legal. But you know what I mean? Like, that's just not what we need. And I forget that the calendar doesn't go December 25th, January 1st. I forget that there's this week where we're just all frozen. We're all Disney frozen, letting it go. And this is the first week since, like, school or whatever, like, since I've been a working person, that I have this week off. So, not to brag, but I'm kind of just, like, staring at the wall. It's a little bit early pandemic, even though I sort of worked through that as well. Not to brag, but no, I was very lucky. I got to still work, but where you're just sort of like, what's happening? Like, what do I do? I still forget that happened. Like, that was crazy with the pandemic. Like, what the hell was that? Like, it's coming up on 4 years since that, which is nuts, because that's, like, really close to 5 years, which is pretty much half a decade. Times are wild. Speaking of the pandemic, I was watching the pandemic and Christmas. Okay, listen, I can merge these two topics together. I was watching How the Grinch Stole Christmas, which is obviously the best Christmas movie of all time. One of the best. It's like top 5 for me, at least. And what I realized was the Grinch is basically everyone in quarantine. Like, he's just up in his tree, or not his tree. Where does he live? He lives in not a gondola. Is a gondola a cave? Is a gondola a cave? I feel like it is. It's like those the boat things they have in Italy, but is a gondola a cave? Okay, no, never mind. Okay, forget I said anything. But the Grinch is just sitting there up in his cave being like, okay, let me check my schedule. 5 o'clock, wallow in self-pity. 6 o'clock, solve world hunger, tell no one. 7 o'clock, dinner with me. 8 o'clock, stare into the abyss. Like, yeah, that's what it was. Although, if you do solve world hunger, I do urge you to tell at least one other person. That seems like the thing to do. But I was just sitting there being like, damn, the Grinch was so ahead of his time. He was so cutting edge. It's crazy. But, so yeah, if you haven't watched it yet, I really recommend to watch that. And also, like, it doesn't really, all of these Christmas movies, it doesn't really need to be Christmas for you to watch them. Home Alone, the one where the kid forgets his parents, or no, the parents forget the kid, like, in the attic or whatever. What does that have anything to do with Christmas? Like, genuinely, what the hell? Like, that has nothing that has nothing to do with Christmas. The one where what's her head swap houses. It's called like The Holiday or something. That's about real estate, which in the year 2023 is terrifying. So it's technically a Halloween movie. Like, what does that have anything to do with Christmas? Now, to be completely honest, I haven't seen that probably full movie. It's one of those movies that you could put it on, like you could turn on the TV anytime in November or December, and like it will be on. So I've seen it in bits and parts, and like started halfway through type thing, but I haven't seen the full thing. So maybe Santa Claus shows up at the end. I don't know. But it's a lot about like Airbnb. Again, cutting edge Airbnb. And something else I watched, which I knew existed but had never really seen the full thing, was Home Alone 2. I didn't realize they had like a full sequel. Like a full, like the same people, the same actors. I don't think there was a Home Alone 3, but if there was a Home Alone 3, it should be called Home Alone 3. We're calling this Social Security people, because how do you forget your kid twice at Christmas? Like not Social Security, social services needs to get involved at that point. Like how is this just like falling under the radar? And also, how much money does that family have that they're going to, I think in the first movie, aren't they going to France or something? There's like 17 of them, and they're going to France, and then the next year they're all going to New York. And I can barely get enough gas in my car in one go to make it to work there and back 2 days in a row. But this family is just jet setting, and there's like 72 of them. Not sure about that. But it was a pretty good movie, and I did like it. So if you were like me and had no idea that that terrible family lost their kid again in the second movie in New York, I would watch it. You have a few days. I feel like you can still sort of listen to... It's almost like you can listen to Christmas music, especially because a lot of them say, like, they reference New Year's as well. So you could really just, like, kind of highlight those songs. But there is something sad about it. It is a little bit like you're celebrating your birthday month. Just a little bit. Which, speaking of my birthday month, I did the math when I was younger and realized that I was born exactly when I wanted to be born. Which, arguably you can't really have a want of when your birthday is, at least before it happens, because you don't have a brain to think of it, and then it just sort of does happen. But I realized I would get presents, because my birthday's in May. I would get presents about every 6 or 7 months, which is perfect. Because I would always feel bad for people whose birthday is in December, and then it's like all your presents come in 1 month, and then you're just like SOL for the rest of the year. Like, that's not... I don't know. That's not good. Movies I have yet to watch. Okay, I'm going to be really honest. This is going to be the Christmas recap of all the things I didn't do, all the movies I didn't watch, all of the lights I did not see. So I'm just going to kind of go through this really quickly. In the beginning of November, created a list of all the things that I wanted to try. Food-related things that I wanted to try. I'm going to go down the list, and we're going to see how many of them I did not get. Candy cane fudge McFlurry. I have not tried that. Hopefully they're still available. If not, what I've started to do with this list, because I went through this earlier, I started to think of like a backup plan where I could still enjoy this treat, but like in January when I might have a bit more time, even though I'm staring at the wall these days, but you know what I mean. So I'm just going to do like a hot fudge sundae with some candy cane sprinkles, whatever. Okay, so we haven't had this McFlurry, but we've figured out a backup plan. Thank goodness. Okay, next. Peppermint Frosty. I have not had the Peppermint Frosty. I don't have an excuse. I don't have a reason for the season. it just didn't happen. So I think my backup plan for this will be get a vanilla Frosty and then get some peppermint peppermint, which added to the list, peppermint bark. Peppermint drops. What is that called? Like you put extract, peppermint extract. Okay. Dairy Queen Candy Cane Blizzard. That didn't happen either. I'm just maybe going to do the DIY Candy Cane Blizzard or Candy Cane McFlurry and then just count it for both. So I'm not shaking in my boots. For anyone that doesn't know, if you haven't listened to an episode of this podcast, which is most of the population, I get nervous when I hear the words limited edition and just start buying everything. Example, I passed the Christmas clearance rack today in the grocery store and I saw they had like $2 Christmas candles. I bought 3 of them. It was 3 different flavors. It was gingerbread, it was eggnog, it was cranberry. I don't like candles. I don't even think I have a lighter thing. I don't know how to work a match, any of that. So I don't really know what I thought buying candles was going to do for me, but I bought them. Like, I don't know. Screw it. Okay, next. This is kind of a holdover from fall, pumpkin spice latte. I have yet to have a pumpkin spice latte. I've had the pumpkin spice foam on top of espresso shots once, and then maybe I got a pump or 2 of pumpkin in like an Americano once. So that didn't really work out for me. I don't know what this means, but festive Christmas sandwich. I don't know if I was kind of giving an assignment to myself to find a festive Christmas sandwich. I'm assuming it's the thing with the turkey and the gravy and the stuffing and the cranberry sauce in a sandwich that we used to get at a certain mermaid coffee shop that they don't have it anymore. But I know that they don't have it anymore, so I don't know why I was setting myself up for failure putting this on the list. Okay, next, eggnog ice cream. Got to get that. I think that's not too late. And I have had eggnog, but I do want to buy at least maybe one more before the season is up, and then maybe even a second one that I'm going to put in the freezer. And then probably forget about, but at least know that I have. Again, limited edition. It makes me nervous. I like to know that we have options, because there's always an option. Where is the, I'm drinking, like I said, a Diet Pepsi. I did a whole 10-minute section on how I was drinking a Diet Pepsi. But, like, where is the holiday flavored soda? Where is it? That would be genius. Holiday Pepsi. Have they ever done that? And, like, Coke, too. They do a lot of, like, Christmas stuff. Holiday Coke. I'm sort of scared what's going to come up. Holiday spiced Coke? I don't know. Spice. Not cake. Coke. Pepsi Holiday Spice. I knew someone had to try it. Basically, if it's an idea I've thought about, someone's done it and failed. And don't you forget it. Okay, let's see. Yeah, Holiday Spice Pepsi. Oh my God, you can buy it on eBay. $263. Plus $57 shipping. Huh. Can you drink it? Multiple people have bought that. Okay. Celebrate the season with family, friends, and new Pepsi Holiday Spice. It's a festival of a blend of holiday spices and great tasting Pepsi, but it's only around through the season. So this is one gift you'll want to open early and often. I think that would be delicious. What happened to it? Hold, please. Okay, let's see. Okay, August 2004. So I was alive, but I wasn't really, participating in the commerce world. Let's see. I'm just skimming this article. Just what happened to it. I'm going to go to the end. Crystal Pepsi, yada, yada, yada. Okay, anyway, I can't find it. Did I talk in the last episode how I got stuffing from KFC and it looked like vomit? I feel like, let me look at my camera roll because I definitely took pictures of that. Let me see. That was Thursday. No, okay. So I went to KFC the other day, and this is something that I actually, we went full circle. Festive or Christmas sandwich was, I think I meant to say festive chicken sandwich, which is at KFC, where it's a burger, it's a chicken burger with like gravy, cheese, stuffing, something else, cranberry sauce, all the things. And I think That's what I meant when I said festive Christmas sandwich. I think I meant festive chicken sandwich, which I did get. And it was pretty good. The chicken itself, I've tried the KFC chicken thing before, and it had like some sort of like a herb, like a flaky herb. Like, do you know what a sour cream and onion chip looks like? It had that situation happening on the actual chicken breast, which was delicious, and I loved it. For whatever reason, this one didn't have that, and I don't know if it was a intentional choice. I don't know if it was because the one that I went to was closing in 20 minutes and they didn't care to like thaw the herbal thing that they had in the back. Fair enough. I don't know why I hear screaming. We're going to pray that everything's all right there. But yes, my KFC meal, the stuffing looked like it left something to be desired, which is my favorite phrase. Like, it's the best. It's like, oh, how was it? It left something to be desired. Like, it's perfect. It says everything. It says everything and nothing, which is what we try and do here at the Nobody Asked for This podcast. How is that? It left something to be desired. How was your report card? It left something to be desired. How is the Nobody Asked for This podcast? It leaves something to be desired. Perfect. No notes. I don't really know how to like transition out of this smoothly, but I would just like to go over, I had a brilliant thought probably about an hour ago of ways to sort of expand the Nobody Asked for This podcast. And I will be doing, don't worry, next year. Well, I meant next week, but it is technically next year. Everybody, this is the final episode of the Nobody Asked for This podcast. This year. The final one, the last. We will never do another podcast again. In 2023. That was always the worst in school when people would be like, hey class, like no more homework this year. And you start jumping up and down and you think like, this was it. Like I've done the final, not Dewey Decimal, fractions, multiplication station table that I'll ever have to do. And then they're like, we'll see you in 2 weeks in January for more homework. It's like, what? Huh? But regardless, next week on the podcast, we're going to be doing, it'll be like a New Year's resolution theme. I've been starting to sort of jot down notes. I'm really going for more of like a specific type of New Year's resolution. I'm not going to do like eat carrots, even though I probably should be eating carrots, because I really sat down and thought yesterday, and I was like, did I eat vegetables this week? No, I didn't. I didn't have a vegetable, and that's okay. That's more than okay. But like maybe a green juice every once in a while wouldn't be the worst thing. So I'm gonna work on that. But regardless, I think that I have the most brilliant. It's not really a marketing scheme. It's definitely a scheme. But I think I'm going to start just doing ads for companies that aren't paying me. Does that make sense? Because I just feel like every podcast you listen to is like, they'll be in the middle of a sentence and then it'll go into like, you know what protein bar I love? Whatever. I think I'm just going to start doing that, not because I'm getting paid, but just to kind of maybe trick people into thinking that I'm kind of more professional than I am. Like I'm going to do sort of a fake it till you make it situation. And then I'll do like really good, like I'll actually put effort into these ads. I'll make them like, if not funny, engaging, I'll make it something you really want to listen and not skip. So then companies will hear it and be like, we have to start paying this person. And if you are a company that's listening, especially if you're like a food or beverage company, you don't even have to pay me. Just send me free food. Okay? If you are one of the restaurants that I talk about frequently on this show, just send me a gift card. Send me a coupon. I love a coupon. Actually, I think a coupon is a dying art. Bring back the coupon. A physical coupon. I don't want like a digital, you need an app. When I roll up to the drive-thru window, I don't want to have to give you a code. That seems like it's promoting texting and driving. If you ask me, I would like to have a coupon. In fact, I want to bring back, what is that called? Oh my God. In school, sorry. What is that? What is that thing called? In elementary school at Halloween, where you could get the McDonald's coupon books, and then you could hand them out, and it would be like a free fry or a free ice cream cone or a free whatever. We need to bring that back. I think that will be sort of the first thing that'll usher back in the coupon age. But I mean, listen, people are buying vinyls left and right. Like, why can't we bring back coupons? Especially because the economy is so messed up. Like, where are the coupons? Also, it's technically the day after Boxing Day, and I just have to tell you, the Boxing Day sales are... I'm about to bring back the toilet noise. I don't think anyone ever noticed, but at the end of the first probably 30 or 40 episodes of the Nobody Asked for This podcast, at the end of every episode, I would play a toilet flushing noise, and the reason I stopped is because I stopped essentially editing this podcast at all. Like, I just click record and talk now, whereas before I would click record, talk, and then put the file into, like, not GarageBand, but like a sort of software audio editing thing, and then do a whole... I would cut and paste, and I didn't mind doing it, but I just didn't have the time one week, so I did it on my phone, and then I realized that it even sounds better, and it's all the same. So basically what I'm telling you is I was lazy, but when I wasn't lazy, I would put a flushy toilet noise. And again, I don't think anyone noticed, but I need to bring that back when I'm trying to describe the kind of level, the quality level of the sales for Black Friday. Everything... I think they just hiked up the prices of everything 15% a week ago, and then we'll just bring them down. Or they're just flat out not even doing that and just telling me that it's 15% off. Which 15% off is not Boxing Day. 15% off is, a little bit closer to the prices that they should be. So I don't know. It makes me upset. It makes me angry. It does. But not too angry. Also, I just want to give a quick update on my lightsaber phone. We're still going strong. I believe it's been about 3 months. For anyone that doesn't know what I'm talking about, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, I don't know. It literally could have been 3 weeks ago. I'm not sure. I dropped my phone pretty bad, and there's been a huge green line down the right side of my phone, and I've sort of decided that I'm going to keep it. So yeah, I can't see a lot out of my phone. My screen time has gone down tremendously. It is annoying because I try and read, which P.S. I've read 51 books this year. I'm almost at 52. And then hopefully by the end of the year I get to 53, because in my head, 3 of these books that I read were audiobooks, so they don't really count. Not to get into that, but I want to have read 50 books. So I'm almost there. So wish me luck. I think my math is right on that, because the 50 take away 3 is 50. Okay, yeah. Sometimes I get confused with where 0 fits into addition. Because it's 50, 0, 51, 52. Sometimes I start counting right at 51. And I'll go 49, 51, and it's no, there's 50, 0. That either made sense or it didn't. So I don't know. I really don't know what to tell you. But yes, I'm pretty much better than all of you because I read 50 books. And I didn't even try. Actually, this week I kind of tried. But up until this point, it was just sort of what was happening. So, not to brag, I'm kind of a genius. I feel like Einstein. I'm going to Google how many books Einstein read. How many books did Einstein read? I don't know that he had a Goodreads account. Ooh, here we go. How many books did Einstein read daily? And someone answered, never mind, it does not matter. It is not how many books you read that matters, but how much is your life enriched by the readings you carry on. Okay, don't try and out Einstein. Just for reference, this is on a Quora. I don't know what service. I know the service, but I don't know what it's called. Quora. And that was from someone named Andre who did that. No one's giving me an answer. Did Albert Einstein... Okay, what were his years of operation? Albert Einstein. He was born in 1879 in Germany. Okay, wait, 1879. Is that 100 years before 1979? Because I've heard of that. Yeah, 1879, and then died in 1955. Oh my gosh, he was born in Germany and died in New Jersey. That is quite a journey, a trek. Oh, so there's like video. Like Albert Einstein could have went on TV. How old is he when he died? He was 76. Okay, so 76, let's say he lived to 100. He could have lived in the 70s. Okay. Like we never would have met. Oh, he was Time Person of the Century in 1999. That's who beat me. Okay. Yikes. Okay, wait. So what did Albert Einstein invent? Because if he didn't invent it till like the 1900s, then what were they using before? What did Albert Einstein invent? And you know what? I respect Albert Einstein because I've never seen somebody who, like, he just looks like he invented something smart. You know what I mean? His invention, he proposed that light is composed of separate packets of energy. Right, but what did he invent? He invented a gas absorption heat pump. I don't know what that means. Einstein refrigerator. Didn't he invent like the light bulb? Who invented the light bulb? Who invented the light bulb? I'm so confused. Thomas Edison. He invented the light bulb in 1880. Again, that's not sounding like far enough away for them to not have had light bulbs. I fear I'm making myself sound like an idiot and getting nowhere. So I'm going to go. But I hope everybody has a splendid rest of your year. I will talk to you next year. Hopefully, and we can go into this in the next episode, but hopefully next year is the year for the Nobody Asked for This podcast. It wasn't 2022, the year we started. It's not looking like it's going to be 2023, unfortunately, unless something happens in the next 4 days and we have a breakthrough moment, but it's not looking like it. But 2024, I have good, not intentions, I have good feelings about 2024. Even though I kind of don't. I'm not a fan of even number years. They don't do anything for me. Like, 2024 kind of sounds gross. And then the problem is 2025 sounds even grosser. Like, even though it is an odd number, it sounds like an even number. But 2028 sounds like an odd number to me. So then we're going to go next year, even number, puke. Next year, odd number that sounds like an even number, puke. The year after that, 2026, even number that sounds like an even number, pukest. And then finally, we'll go 2027, odd number, 2028, even number that sounds odd, 2029, odd, and then 2030, which is like even but sounds odd. So it's going to be a rough like 2 or 3 years for us, but we're going to hit a good streak, and it's going to be like we're going to be home free. And then after 2030, it's going to be 2031. So really, once we get to 2027, we're set till 2032. That's like the next number that sounds gross is 2032. So I'm feeling really good about that. It's going to be we're entering the dark ages, okay? 2024, 2025, 2026. Get out of here. We don't want you. We didn't ask for you. But we don't have a choice because what's on the other side is the run of 2027 to 2022. Or no, 2032. The sad part is when it was 2017, actually 2017 doesn't sound fun to me. And neither did 2015. Okay, maybe it changes in a decade. I don't know. But anyway, I hope you all have a good next 4 days. Finish out the year strong. I'll see you in 2024. But don't worry. It's just we're 3 years away from 2027. I like to plan my life out like the Olympics. Like, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but I know what's going to happen in 2027. I'll be 26, turning 27. Isn't that exciting? But what's more exciting is if you are listening to this, that means we have a listener. It would be really nice if you could tell someone else to listen to this. You just say, hey, go to podcastnobodyaskedforthis.podbean.com. And then on here, this is still you talking. And then on the website, you can listen to the podcast right on there. You can also find links to our Spotify, or I guess if I'm you, their Spotify, their, what's that thing called? Apple, or on YouTube, if you want to just type in Nobody Asked for This podcast. Fingers crossed we come up. The YouTube might be on the website. I'm not sure. I should look into that. But yeah, I hope you all have a great rest of your year. I will see you next week with a list of things that I want changed for 2024. And finish out the holiday season strong. Watch a couple more movies. You have some time. Watch maybe a couple more of the crappy, I don't want to call them out, but Hallmark movies. Because why not? Netflix, for some reason, has jumped on that bandwagon of crappy movies. So, see what they have to offer. And I'll meet you back here next year. Peace out.